Hey there, welcome back to Dakota News Now. It is now time for another edition of Owning Your Outdoors, and joining me as always is Doug Schroeder from Lewis. And Doug, what are we talking about this week?
We're going to talk about iron chlorosis and a lot of things that are affecting trees right now. Driving around town, there's just a lot of trees that are stressed from the drought we've had, and then there is some trees that actually have a disease or a condition. And I thought no one better to bring in to talk about it today than Don Josko. He is a great friend of Lewis and a wealth of information.
So, Don, what should we be looking for with this?
Well, first of all, you know, people are calling in and asking about tree problems, yellowing and so forth, and there's a number of different issues that people should be concerned with. You know, number one, believe it or not, we have these little pests called squirrels. Mm-hmm. And squirrels sometimes require nutrients, and what they'll do is they'll go in and they'll literally feed around the base of the stem of the tree, and it will start to turn yellow. And of course everybody thinks, oh my gosh, you know, I have a disease or something like that. No, you have squirrels. Mm. Another issue that comes to being is drought. You know, obviously South Dakota is in that, and I get a lot of calls about trees turning yellow. And the first thing you should do is go out and take a screwdriver. Don't put it in the tree though, but go into the ground and see if it's hard. If it's hard, you need to water that ground because the tree isn't getting enough water, and this is especially true. I mean, it's not just for new trees, but even older trees. I do want to show you, there are some things that you can do as a homeowner, but it also depends on the size of the tree that you have. My first advice is always get your soil tested first before you plant trees, so you know what species you can plant, and then you can go and purchase the proper ones, and you can go online and find that information. But some people, in the spring of the year, for some of the species, we can use a chelated iron with manganese in it, and we can spray that on the leaves. But this has to be done before the leaf gets to full expansion. If it gets to full expansion, it builds up its cuticle of wax, and so the product is useless. You know, so if you're going to apply it, do it as a foliar application. You could try to do it as a soil application of using, you know, an acidifier. Some places will do injections. This is a ACE cap, and you can put this, you'll drill into around the base of the tree. Don't do this high up in the tree, do it near the base. So I hope this has helped you today.
All right, Don, some great advice from you. We're going to have all of this online at dakotanewsnow.com after the show. Don, Doug, thanks for joining us this morning. Make sure you stick around because we have Fastcast coming up next.